Hello and welcome back to the Players Club podcast. This is season 2, episode 4. It's a special day for me today. It's the first time we record the same day my favorite team plays. So, I can't be sad.
You know that SpongeBob voice was like 8 hours later.
That's exactly what's going to happen tonight. But
I'll text you.
okay, you don't have to say that. But as of right now, they haven't played. They haven't lost yet. So in my head, I'm happy.
Yeah.
All right. So.
My team won, but I'm not.
Oh, okay, buddy.
I'm
So
not
did
as
mine.
happy.
Okay.
No, I'm saying I'm not as happy. But we'll get into.
Speaking of
we'll
that,
get into that in a second.
before you talk on what you want to talk about, I did just see Bryce Young's not gonna play next week. So what'd you guys do to him, bro? What did
it's
you
what
do to
his
him?
offensive line didn't do for him.
That's true. I mean, he got hit so hard he was lining up behind the right guard.
I don't know. I watched that game.
No, yeah, they just said that
pressured.
he's gonna because of an ankle injury that he's gonna. They're expected not to play next week.
So who's starting for them? Who is their backup?
Huh?
Who's their backup?
Andy Dalton.
Oh yeah. Have fun with him.
That's traumatizing. That name. No, but yeah, you wanted to start this off.
Yeah. So
on a high note.
I want to talk about basketball because we had big basketball news this summer.
I'd say quite a lot.
Quite a lot. Wembanyama, NBA preseason, obviously. But the FIBA World Cup, that happened.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't go so well for us. To the point where you got this guy who no one... Had you heard of him before? I ain't heard of him.
I don't know who you're talking
Noah
about.
Lyles? What do you mean?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. I didn't know that. I didn't know that's what you were going to talk about.
First of all, his delivery on that sounded so corny. Like, I understand what he was trying to say, but why did he have to say it like that? You saw the video?
Yeah, no, I did see the video. I mean, I understand him.
I understand what he's saying, but like I think the timing of us getting fourth and embarrassed along with him
made
saying
him look
that
like a genius.
made him look like he was right when he's so wrong. Anybody in the league? So you think he was right?
No, I agree with the point of like, why are they being called world champions when you only play teams on this side? Do I agree that they can win? Yes.
But the best it's not just Americans playing in the like NBA American-centric league. You got Canada teams. You got people from all over the world.
You have one Canada team.
Okay, you have one Canada team. But, like, who's the best player in the league? Jokic. Where's he from? Serbia. Like, he's not even...
Wait, whoa. You're saying that? I thought you were going to say LeBron.
the reigning MVP, finals MVP, I'm going to say
Okay.
Jokic is the best.
Yeah.
Like, I think LeBron's greatest overall, but he's older. Let's be honest here. You know how I feel about LeBron, but, like...
I just know you're LeBron.
I believe Jokic is the best player in the league right now. Like Embiid, Giannis, all these guys, they're not from America, but where do they come to play? Because this is the best competition in the world. And if the Denver Nuggets, look at our USA team. That was the C team, maybe, and they were still good. They were young guys that are getting their time to like play. But the fact that they got fourth, yes, it proves that the world is catching up in terms of basketball. But we didn't even have anywhere near our greatest stars going to play.
I just feel like it's something my dad's always said. It's like, we never really put out the best team except the dream team and the redeem team because it's like you see all these players that come here, right? Like, look at Luka. Luka always plays for his country. I'm not going to say he's great, but Dennis Schroeder always plays for Team Germany. Like, Lauri Markkanen always goes and plays. Like, these kids, like these players, they love their country so much that they're going to represent them no matter what time they have. Like, look at soccer. Soccer, you can go represent your country anytime. Like, Messi, for example, wasn't playing with Inter Miami on Saturday against Atlanta because he was playing with Argentina.
They have breaks in the middle of, like, the Premier League season, every season for national play.
Exactly. So. It's like there's other sports that love – like, I feel like – and then it comes to us, we never really put out the best team. And it goes for, like, baseball as well. Like, you look at Team Puerto Rico, they always have, like, the big Puerto Ricans here. They want to go play because – don't understand it. At the end of the day, you're still American, but that's a conversation for another day, right? But they love to represent that flag, right?
Yeah.
And it's like any opportunity they can, they get it. And it's like the Americans, it's like they're like, I don't really want to go play because I don't want to get hurt. And it's like,
which I think is sad, honestly.
Right? Exactly. That's what I'm saying. You get
There's
times,
less of pride,
you get
they have pride in
yeah.
their,
You get the dream team where you're super stacked. You get the redeem team where you have you have Kobe, LeBron, you have Dwight Howard, Carmelo Anthony, D Wade, everybody playing on this team. Because they're like, and they're putting off and then it's just like.
I think it takes a reminder. Yeah. It takes a reminder that if we don't try our hardest, we won't be the best for them to come back. Because if you look at why were they called the Redeem Team? Because in 04 they got third place or whatever. They got bronze.
Yeah.
And like, you know,
expectation for the expectation
in 2000 as well.
had.
The expectation is just like
yeah.
Higher than what they produced until they came back with all the best guys in the attitude that we need to go back and show them what's what. So and that's why I loved when LeBron was like, he basically turned into Nick Fury and was like, all right, we gotta put a team together.
Curry,
and
KD,
you look
me,
at the
AD,
potential
everybody.
roster for next year in the World Cup. Oh, not the World. Yeah, the Olympics. Sorry.
No, the Olympics. Yeah.
You're telling me that we're not winning that?
No, 100% we'd win it.
That's what I'm saying. So it's like the guys, regardless if they're older or not, it's the selective ones that choose to play. We had a lot of young guys inexperienced, especially in international play with the international rules, that the fact that they made it, they should have gotten higher than fourth. Like, let's be honest. The fact that you let Dylan Brooks put up almost 40 on you.
Okay, but Shea was there. You know, RJ goes crazy every time.
I know. Canada, they were really good.
Yeah.
But it's like the best guys in the world, where do they play? They play in the NBA. That's the highest competition. When it comes to soccer, because people bring that up, soccer is huger, so you have more competition in leagues in every continent, in like every country and stuff. That's a little bit different. They don't have that for basketball. If they did, it'd be a different conversation. But they don't, because we just have one centric that every person is trying to get to. And if you go to overseas play, you know, you're not like, you're playing in a high league, but you're not playing in the best league. You know what I mean? Like, you have the best English league, you have the best German league, and they can compete against each other and still be really good. But it's just not the same thing.
No,
so, like Dame said, if you send the Denver Nuggets over to play in the FIBA World Cup, they're winning the whole thing. But you didn't have the Denver Nuggets. You had everyone else. You had just other guys that you put together: Mikal Bridges, Anthony Edwards, Austin Reeves, like good players, but not the stars, and definitely not the best in the league. When you talk about the best in the NBA, they were acting like the people on our team were the best in the NBA, and they weren't. So when they lost, they were like, "Oh, you're not the best in the world." The best team in the world. We don't call everybody in the league the best in the world. Well, they're the best, like 450 basketball players. But the best team was the Denver Nuggets because they just won the championships. That's why they're world champs. So if you send them, everyone on their roster, because you know Jokic would probably, given the choice, play for Serbia. But
given the choice, he'd go train his horse.
Everyone on that roster to go play, like in that league, they're stopping everybody. So it's not even a debate. You know what I mean?
No, I get you. I mean, obviously, like that's what I'm not debating the fact that like they don't have the talent to win. I'm debating like the title, and it goes for every sport. Like, you know, like baseball says it too, like football says it too. Like the thing is with football, like at the end of the day, it's American football, because the football that's known worldwide is what we consider soccer. So it's like that's a different aspect. And then there's rugby that we don't necessarily play over here. But like baseball too is like you win the World Series. How's it a World Series when it's only two American teams, like two teams in America? Like, why is it the World Series? Like, at least
at the same time, who else in the world is doing it?
At least it's NBA Finals.
Yeah.
You know, but that's the thing. We won't necessarily know, but Japan can't. Like, Japan has good players that can beat us.
Yeah.
And it's like we have players that if they don't make it, they go to Japan. Japan has players that they come over here. So it's like we're constantly bouncing back players between like Japan and here. Like, for example, Shohei's a perfect example. Like, yeah, Shohei comes here, but Shohei struck out arguably the best player in baseball the past couple years when healthy, which happens to be his own teammate in Mike Trout in the championship for the World Baseball Classic.
Yeah.
Like, he ended up striking him out. And yeah, could they have had USA have had a better team? Yes, but they also could have had a worse team. Like, they had very good like they had Mike Trout, top player. They have Mookie Betts, a top player. They have Trey Turner, who like got paid like one, you know, he's a top shortstop. They had these players like the baseball team in the World Baseball Classic that are top. You know, it's not like our C team. Like, that was like A minus team. You know, like if we're putting it like that, it's like A minus. It's not like A plus, because it's not like, you know, you have Mike Trout, Mookie Betts, Bryce Harper. You have literally every team's best player, because obviously teams' best players are from other countries as well. But it was probably one of the better American teams they could have put this year, and they sent them out there and they lost to Japan. And this guy from Japan who was like 24 absolutely destroyed us. I forgot his name. It was really bad. But he was at third base. It was number 55. I'll never forget his number. But I forgot his name. He absolutely torched us. And then you bring in Shohei, and he strikes out Mike Trout, and then it was like, oh, who's the better player on the Angels? Is it the one who got struck out, or is it the one who struck the batter out? You know, it's like, because he can hit and he can throw. So it's like, we're like, I understand why he's like, what are you world champions of if you're only playing on this league? but I feel like it's kind of stupid because at the end of the day, he's going against like he's an American runner going against American basketball player. Like, what's the point? Like, there is no point between you guys. Like,
I also think
like
it's
that.
Unfair to the sports that don't have those as developed. Like track and field is developed like globally. You know, you have to compete at the highest against people from other countries. The NFL. Like it's only the only you have Canada, but like the only serious football league like that you have in other countries. They're trying to expand it to Europe. Like, so I think it's fair to call the Super Bowl champs world champs because no one else in the world is doing it like them.
I would say it too, but that's also like an event that's watched by so many. Like they watch it.
They watch it globally too.
You know, they're not watching necessarily every game of the NBA Finals. They're not watching every game of the MLB World Series because it's just it's one. I mean, it's a Super Bowl. It's just one game.
Yeah.
And a lot of people also watch it for like, you know, the halftime shows and the commercials. Like, there's so many other aspects to that one. Where like that's why with the Super Bowl I'm like, I'll let it slide a bit.
Baseball is different. Like baseball is also huge in other places, so I can understand that as well.
It's an international sport.
But like the way I see it, the best in the world are in the NBA, and the best in the NBA are like the best in the world. And I think, what did Dame say today that he just weighed in on it? I think I sent it to you, but like I forgot to save it.
You probably did.
I probably did. Because I said I wanted to. No, that was something else.
No,
I think he was. I don't have to find the quote, but he was along that side too. Which I think a lot of NBA players, they were like, if you're not in it, you don't really understand at that level. And I think everyone.
That was probably something Austin Rivers said. He likes to talk a lot.
Everyone that was hating on it was just like from a perspective of like, I get what you mean. Like, I just think soccer's a different story because it's been longer. Given time, if there's more, like a couple leagues pop up around the world that are like become higher and more competitive, I'll like start to feed into the argument of like, okay, they have to go against each other to see who's the best in the world. But right now, I don't think we're at that point yet. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. It can get to that point, but I don't think it's at that point right now. Soccer's at that point right now. So yeah, you have to wait for the World Cup to be like, who's the best in the world? Because that's the biggest sporting event of all time, besides the Olympics. Mm-hmm. So, you know, we'll see. But I also wanted to talk about really quick.
That it felt like a weight was lifted off your shoulders right there.
It was, because I've been holding that in. I haven't talked about it on here for so long, but I don't have like my brothers here or some people I can just rant to about that, especially about basketball, because I don't really know a lot of people here that really like basketball like that, you know. But here I can just talk about whatever. So that felt really good. But what else did I send you today? The Hall of Fame comparisons.
The under 25. Is it under 25?
25 and under. I just thought, not only was it funny, it was one of those listens where it's just like, clearly it was for clicks.
100%, because Lucas is crazy.
It was just like, what are we doing?
Lucas is crazy.
So the first one was Luka Doncic to Magic and Kobe hybrid.
I mean, I see it.
I mean, what are we doing?
It's weird. Like, I see it, but it's like, it's just stupid.
It's too early. Magic and Kobe.
They're saying it. This is my thought process behind it when I saw that. Magic, the passes.
Yeah.
Like, this man has thrown a pass looking like he's fading away a shot, and I don't know how he does it. So that's probably why. And then Kobe, I feel like the
scoring ability.
Yeah, I just broke down. I just froze.
Exactly. Yeah. That's why it's like
the score. But I was trying to find a way to word it like I didn't want to say dominating. But like you essentially like the being able to just give me the ball, get out of my way, I'm gonna score, kind of aspect. That's the only one I kind of was like. Okay,
I just thought that was. You want to talk about reaching?
Oh, that's like, it's so far out there. Like nationwide, dude, definitely like real dead end right there.
And then the
you
second
gotta
one
be
was
quicker than that.
Ja Morant. This is the only one that I could actually see. Ja Morant, a bigger Allen Iverson.
Yeah.
Yeah, that made. I mean, everything off the court too. The lifestyle.
That's crazy. That was wild.
The lifestyle, the tats, everything else you want to say.
Oh my god.
That one's accurate.
Oh my god.
And yeah, he's taller, more athletic, has the handles, has the shot making ability. He's not AI yet. AI was culturally like he's just on another level.
He impacted.
He impacted.
Yeah.
Without AI, you wouldn't have Ja.
100%. 100%.
So yeah, I'll give that one. But Trae Young as Steve Nash with a green light. I don't know. I like Trae Young. I'm not hating on him. But Steve Nash was different. People don't realize when you go back and watch him, the way he moved on the court, because he was a soccer player. Have you played against a soccer player in basketball?
His footwork is crazy.
Their footwork is good, and they never get tired. They're some of the most annoying people to play against because they're constantly moving. And
my dad wanted me to play soccer just for that reason, just as like, because you'll play 90 minutes nonstop.
You'll be in the best shape of your life.
He's like, you'll never get tired.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Steve Nash, his like MVP seasons, his numbers were crazy. Like his passing ability, his shooting ability, like the way he.
Well, according to Shaq, he thinks otherwise, but.
I mean, the numbers don't lie, but sure. I don't know. Trae Young can shoot, and I feel like he's closer to
the green light is definitely.
He's closer to a Steph Curry type than a Steve Nash type, from what I feel. I don't feel like their games are as similar as this article is putting them.
I get what you're saying, but it's like, I kind of saw like I don't think it's right to compare Trae to Steph Curry, because Trae was already coming like. I feel like when Curry was dominating the league like he did in that stretch, Trae was already, in high school making a name for himself.
Yeah, but without...
It's kind of like, it's the same thing. I don't know if you saw it. Like, this is going back to football. This is going to football. I don't know if you saw the thing where Lamar, oh, my God, who was it, man? What quarterback said he was like him? Anthony Richardson. He's like, he compared himself to Cam and Lamar. Yeah. And Lamar was like, bro, I'm only 26, bro. Like, what? Like, no. Like,
Cam, I could definitely
He goes, he made me feel old. Like, I know I've been in the league for like a couple of years. He's like, but I'm only 26.
Yeah.
Like, and it's the same thing. I feel like, yeah, he's played enough where you can like, you can see flashes of Curry in him, the pulling up from deep range and all that. But I feel like it's the same thing like that Lamar put into perspective. I feel like it's too close. Like, not saying like.
I mean, Steph's like 35. He's not like.
Yeah, I'm not saying Steph is young, but it's just like, Steph came into the league in 10, right? In 09.
09.
Right.
I believe so.
Trae Young was 18, right? He was the 18 draft.
In 09?
No. He was the 18 draft.
18 or 19, I think.
Right. He was the Luka draft. And then it was like the whole thing.
Dang, 18? That's when they. Oh yeah, you're right. It was 18. Yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure Jason Tatum and Lonzo were the year before that.
I think that's still a good time frame though, because like the way that not just Steph but Dame too, they were in around that area. They had enough time to impact the game of basketball. To where more people were shooting in high school from deep range or like getting that shot making ability, and just like the effortless way that they shoot. You know what I mean? That's why you can attribute it, I think, in my opinion, to like more of a Steph type.
I guess. I was just like, I don't know. It was just like, you think of like when he blew up, which was like 14, 15. And then it's like Trae was already like, I guess he wasn't that old. He was like, what, a freshman, sophomore at that point? I guess. Yeah. I see what you're saying.
He's got like, how old is Trae? Like 20?
25.
25? Got
no. Like, yeah.
24, 20. Yeah, no, 25 and under.
Just turned 25 because him and DeJounte Murray share a birthday.
So he's got 10 years on.
Yeah, I guess.
Trae. So I think that's enough time. But I see what you're saying, though.
Yeah. We had to find someone in the middle.
Yeah,
someone the next in between Steph and Nash. That's who he has to compare himself to.
Can't think of it right now.
Me neither.
The next one was Anthony Edwards is D Wade with a better outside shot.
That's the most accurate one.
That's the most accurate one
so far.
I love Anthony Edwards, but
between Luka, Kobe,
Luka,
Magic,
and Allen Iverson.
I feel like Allen Iverson was a better shooter than Ja is. So
I can agree with that, but like Ja's a better dunker. Because AI was shorter.
Yeah,
this is a bigger AI.
Yeah,
so like, if AI, he would have the athleticism if he was taller.
Yeah,
but
it's just Anthony Edwards came into the league, and they're like, "Who's this comparison?" They're like, D Wade. Instantly, everyone was like, D Wade. Fast, aggressive.
Yeah, I think he has a better outside shot. He does have a good three-point shot.
D Wade coming up wasn't the best shooter.
Mm-hmm. He was fast though.
He was fast. That's why Shaq named him Flash. Mm-hmm. The Euro step was crazy with him.
I guess I could see it, but Anthony Edwards is Jordan 2.0.
No, there's also that. There's also that.
I guess I can see
this is the same guy. We are talking about the same guy that pulled over A-Rod and said, "How did you mess up J-Lo?" Like, that's a direct quote.
He did that?
He swear. I've heard it like 3 different times already. Neither did I. I've just heard it like 3 different times from like a dude in the Timberwolves organization. Yeah,
that's a good question though.
Because
everybody wants to ask that question, but nobody has the balls to go up to him and be like,
yeah, that's why they said he's Jordan 2.0. Mm-hmm. Don't know how he didn't know who A-Rod was in the first place. He didn't know who A-Rod was. Just found out he was buying the Timberwolves, and then they became friends. And then goes, "Hey man, how'd you mess up J-Lo?"
It's valid. It's a valid question.
Yeah, I guess
he fumbled a ridiculous bag. That's all I'm saying.
That's a story for another time. We won't get into that.
Jason Tatum is a better all-around Paul Pierce.
I thought it was Gilbert Arenas for some reason. But you know why I said that? That's why he wears number 0. I saw that clip too. Why the people wear their like that thing on Instagram? Why the people wear specific jersey numbers? And I don't know why I said Gilbert Arenas because that's why he wears number 0.
Gilbert Arenas, really? I didn't know that. Nah, I can see this one. I'm.
What is it again? A more what?
Better all around Paul Pierce.
That's correct. That's so disrespectful to Paul Pierce. I love it.
That's what I'm saying. Because look, he's the truth. He was like that. But over the past couple of years, I've shifted more and more to a Paul Pierce hater. I think everyone has.
Welcome.
Because he just why does he do what he does? He hates on everybody for no reason.
He hated on D Wade for no reason.
It's like, bro, you're retired. Give it up. You got fired from ESPN because you were acting crazy. Relax.
Acting diabolical.
Anyways, Zion has a more athletic Charles Barkley.
That's been the saying since he came into the league.
Yeah, I feel like that was already like.
Yeah, that was been established.
I could see he's more athletic for sure. He just needs to stay healthy.
Yeah, that's for sure.
He just needs to stay healthy.
Yeah. Man can rebound like crazy too, just
like
Charles.
We just need to see more of him on the court at the end of the day, and then that can feed more into it. This one I couldn't speak on as much because I haven't seen as much of his game, but Shea as a smaller Clyde Drexler.
I guess.
I mean,
I haven't seen tape on Clyde in a while.
Me neither. So that one I was just like, whatever. And
I wasn't too familiar with
LaMelo. I thought this one was so weird as a taller Pete Maravich. Look,
wow.
LaMelo can pass, but like, people need to go back and watch Pistol Pete. The way he moved with the ball, like he studied a basketball. I remember I watched a video of him like explaining it to someone. It's another level.
Did you see the one where he like the dribble between the legs?
Yes.
That was crazy.
How do you even figure out how to do that?
And not hit yourself.
Exactly.
Yeah, that was
like no. I think that's first of all, I know it's under 25, way too soon. And second, I think it's kind of ridiculous. Yeah. LaMelo's a good passer, but like
but he's not the best passer in his family.
He's not. The games are two completely different too. Yeah, like why Pete Maravich of all people? I feel like there's got to be someone else that you could compare LaMelo Ball to.
The thing is, I would see more like I see Melo more as a Magic than Luka. Like Luka because of the passes, but because of the height he has and the flashiness, I see Melo more.
I agree. Yeah. That makes more sense to me than Pete Maravich.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But I guess they already used Magic, so they had to use someone else.
Yeah, no, I fully agree with that. Then the last one was Evan Mobley as a less vocal KG. That made me realize I don't know if I've ever heard Evan Mobley talk.
That's very true.
That's all that made me think of.
I'm not gonna lie. Cleveland's big men just don't talk. Between him and Jared Allen, they just don't talk.
Only thing I remember recent news of Jared Allen was him jumping like crazy to hug. Who was he hugging in that video? You remember that? And he like jumped over chairs and everything, and people were like, if AD did that, he would like
he's
be
out for
the
3
season.
weeks. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm pretty. Isn't it? What team was he on? He was on
the Cavs. It was from this past season. But yeah, but like to your point,
it was someone from the Nets, right? From when he used to be on the Nets. Is that why he jumped up and saw? I don't remember. I know the clip you're talking about. Yeah, where he jumped over like the 2 rows, like the 2 what's the courtside rows?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're right. They don't talk a lot.
No.
Is what it is.
Jared Allen got flamed for wearing jeans and a hoodie, and he was like, just thought it was a normal outfit. And he sounded so like sad.
Do you ever imagine yourself like a pregame fits, like you walking into a stadium
100%,
or something?
100%.
I do that all the time, and I think I would be a hoodie.
You don't know how many championships you think I've won in my head, bro.
I would be a hoodie and pants guy for sure.
It depends. You know what?
I think I would wear a suit sometimes.
It depends. It depends on the situation. Depends what game.
Don't tell me you'd be more on like the Kyle Kuzma.
Like. Oh, absolutely not. No.
I just think that pregame fashion is not something I really. I'm more of a Jason. You know, Jason Kelsey. His perspective on it is just like he doesn't care about it at all. I think it's hilarious.
I'm more of a if I had to tell you a fit right now, it'd either be like. It depends. If it's cold, it's jeans or chinos, and if it's hot, especially like if you're in Miami, bro, it's gotta be shorts.
Yeah.
And then a graphic tee, like that's just because that's just my outfit on a normal day.
Get a chain, nice kicks,
right?
You know?
Yeah, exactly.
Like
a hat, maybe not, maybe glasses if it's during the day.
I love the way Jokic goes about it though. A suit every time.
Yeah.
Because it's business, it's work.
I'm not
opposed to that.
I'm not a guy that wears glasses indoors, so that's just not me. So I wouldn't be wearing sunglasses indoors.
I would do that.
Yeah, that's not my style.
I would definitely pull up in a suit and shades.
Anyone can rock it, but to me personally, none of my pregame fits in the dome have that.
I'm pulling up like Men in Black, bro. Absolutely. That's me. I would definitely go down that route.
Black suit, white tie, black tie. White shirt, black tie.
Yeah.
Solid.
Shades on.
Black shades.
It's clean. It's a classic look.
Are you gonna have the flashlight too, so you can
maybe give paparazzi attention to their medicine? You know. I actually get a working one though.
That's a good one.
Yeah, that's all the basketball that I wanted to
a little spiel.
touch on. Yeah, that was my little.
I think okay. You got all your stuff off your chest.
You
feel
want to talk about
what is on my chest
right
currently?
Here? Yeah.
Oh, his injury?
Mm-hmm.
No, I really don't because I'm gonna start getting sad. But no, according to Dable, he's a fast healer. Don't know what that necessarily means.
How is Dable?
He's not playing. He's not playing tonight, so he ain't that fast.
So you know what? I'm hoping for Ayuk to play tonight because he was out with a little shoulder.
All right, come on. No, I don't need him. I don't need him right now.
It's not personal.
It's business.
I need
business.
to win my fantasy game.
Yeah, you're right. Forgot.
I'm 0-2. I got smacked this past week. 110. I scored 110 in both teams, but I lost by like 30 or 40 in both games. I need Ayuk. If he's out, I might be screwed. I can't go 0-3. I can't go. I'm trying to defend my title. I'm 0-2 right now. Can't go 0-3.
That's not looking good for your title
it's
chances. Not. Yeah. No. So yeah, the Giants play the Niners tonight. Or at the time of recording this, which is Thursday, it will be out Friday.
Mm-hmm. So just say it right now. Do you think the Giants are gonna win?
No shot. My dad actually. You want me to? I'm gonna read you a text that my dad sent me, which is actually kind of funny. So the reason, obviously, I'm a Giants fan is because of my father, right? He goes, "We play San Francisco on Thursday. We better win, or I have to hear this one of his employees, Mario, until the end of the season." And I straight responded within no hesitation. We'll get used to his voice because his favorite team might as well be the Avengers. He goes, "Yeah, that's what I'm afraid of." I said, "Oh, me and Carl accepted defeat already."
Yeah, it's over.
I'm not expecting a win. I'm just happy we're not going 0-3 first 2 weeks.
I think y'all just need to score some more points. Like, I mean, you scored a lot in the last. You scored 31 in the last game. But like, as long as it's a closer game,
you see what happens when Daniel Jones gets people to block for him. 250 and a half, 3 tutties, right? Because Saquon ran for one. He ran for one, threw for one, and then threw for another one. To Isaiah Hodgins, Saquon caught one touchdown. 3 tutties, 250 plus. First player like in I don't know how many. I'm not gonna say anything to get 250 in one half. So it's like, bro's worth the 160.
I loved how people were saying the Giants are back, and then immediately Saquon got hurt, and they were like, "Oh, never mind."
He got hurt. I mean, Darren Waller put up numbers too. Most receptions with 280 since 2019 by a tight end, or I think in general. Or something like that.
No, that was good to see. Y'all needed that.
Jalen, shout out Jalen Hyatt going crazy.
If you went out sad like that to the Cardinals, I would have genuinely felt bad.
I probably would have cried. I was pissed when it was 20-0 at halftime.
Dude, the memes comparing the Cardinals to the Falcons was so good.
Oh, the 20,
and they also the Impractical Jokers one. It was like it's Murr, right? That he looks like. Is that his name? The coach for the Cardinals.
Oh yeah.
They were like, "Hey, Murr, mess around and lose this game." Like, I just love stuff like that.
He told them at halftime. Who drove the bus? Who rode the bus today? No? Anyone? Raise their hand? No?
You got that fire in your gut? Like, what are you... What? Anyways, I don't know, man. This weekend, it was a good weekend for football all around. I mean, Chiefs won. They got Chris Jones and Kelsey back. They won the game. Who doubted them? They're back on track. The Bengals, though, another player I need to play. Joe Burrow, you better not be hurt.
No, you don't play him because it's really unlikely he's gonna.
They said he was like feeling better this past.
Oh,
they
said he's a game time decision. He's GTD. He's game time decision.
Well, I'm gonna keep him in until. Well, I already put.
Who's your backup?
Derek Carr. I already put Derek Carr in.
Honestly, doesn't surprise me.
It's not even bad. We're playing.
Doesn't surprise me because last year my backup was Daniel Jones.
I mean,
after Tua died.
Look,
after Tua went crazy. But shout out Tua 466. Don't care,
bro. Dolphins.
That's my favorite quote. That's my favorite quote I've heard in a while.
Is that what he said?
They asked him. They were talking about like, oh, do you think like you're not like you can't pass, like you can't throw the ball for. He
said
466. Don't care.
That's good. That's really good.
And compared to Justin Herbert, he had 361 yards in the air or something like that. We're all like air yards.
So yeah, Ravens beat the Bengals. Bills won. They demolished the Raiders. Who thought anything different? We know Josh Allen had an abnormally
that was
horrible
a fluke.
game.
He had a fluke,
but it wasn't gonna happen again.
No.
Like, come on.
Yeah.
Like, the Titans Chargers game was really good. I didn't
It
get to
was
catch the
close.
last minute, but it was super close. Did you know Joe Burrow is 1-7 versus Lamar? I did not know that. In the same way that like Mahomes has a losing record versus Joe Burrow can't beat Lamar Jackson.
He also has a losing record against Jared Goff. Patrick Mahomes does.
Yeah, he does.
Mm-hmm. Both really close games too.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's not like a blowout by any team. It's like what was it, 54-50?
They were missing Chris Jones and Travis Kelce.
What was it, 54-50? Right? Was the
something like that?
And then now it was what 21-20.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, always been super close. Something
Do you
about
think
that.
Mahomes like dislikes Jared Goff?
He's got to. He's got to have a vendetta against him at this point.
It's just like out of all people,
He's like, bro,
Jared Goff is the one.
Ow.
I don't. The Lions folded to the Seahawks, so who was calling?
We saw the. Did you see the blue ski mask?
Yeah,
Did you hear
I
about
saw
that? And
Yeah,
CJ?
I saw that. Why would you do that to yourself?
And then the
I feel like
Seahawks.
anytime teams do these pregame stuff, like I thought the Shades for Colorado was gonna go bad, and then they won, so it didn't. But anytime you do stuff like that, it's like it can be thrown back in your face so easily, and it happens a lot where it is. So I don't feel sympathy for them at all. That was just so random. It was just random, wasn't it? Like,
Yeah.
Our fans are like the toughest fans in the world. First of all, Philly fans exist. And they're
That's
crazy.
very true.
So
very
like,
true.
what are we talking about?
Speaking of that, speaking of Philly, hold on. I want to get your opinion. What do you think about that touchback rule? Did you watch the Thursday night game?
Yeah, I missed that part because that was in the beginning, but I don't.
That was in the first half. So
Yeah,
you probably
I
watched the
didn't-
second
I
half.
didn't watch the
Okay,
second
yeah.
half.
So do you know what happened though?
Wasn't he like running for a touchdown and dropped the ball?
Yeah, he's on the right side, right? He cuts across, catches the ball, and he's running towards the end zone. He tries to extend, like he gets hit and he's trying to extend, as he's trying to extend to the pylon, and he loses the ball, but the ball like never crossed the end zone. It went out of bounds, like in the air, so it's a touchback, like the kicks. And in doing
Did
that,
it go out in the back of the end zone?
No, it went out like right in front. So like, I don't know how to describe it, but like I'm pretty sure they can see. Like,
was it before or after the pylon?
Like the pylon's right here, and the ball goes like right here.
Yeah.
Right, so it's a touchback. So the Eagles got the ball at the 20, and then I watched the New Heights podcast. They were talking about it, and Travis was like, "They teach you not to extend, but you physically can't not reach. Like you think you're right there. You have to get the touchdown." So then he lost. He fumbled, and they lost the ball, and they could have scored.
I
Which
agree.
They then did, but it wasn't like
That's not really on the touchback rule because how often does that happen? You
I
what
know.
mean?
I didn't even know
Like-
that was a rule.
Like that never
I had to
happens
call my dad.
to the point where it's like it needs to be changed. That's just something
Yeah.
that's just an error that like
But did
like you said they told you not to extend and he lost the ball.
Have you
so,
heard
like,
of that rule before?
I mean, I guess I knew it was a thing because it makes sense if like the ball goes to the back. Of the
I
end zone,
guess
it's a
like
touchback.
off the kicks, but I never knew like if you fumble it, that is. The
No,
same
I've
rule.
definitely done that in Madden before.
Oh.
I've definitely done that in Madden before. I'm telling you right now.
Trayvon Diggs suffered a torn ACL during practice. I swear, like I'm not kidding. They said it right now.
Sorry, let me not smile. That's kind of messed up.
That's very messed
That's
up.
very messed up. Dang, that's so tough. That's so tough. That must be horrible for y'all. You know.
That's actually crazy. Like, why does
I'm
everything happen
Going
like
to
during
the
recording
group
time?
chat.
Oh Lord. Last time we had something like that I said
Watch,
out
I'm about
loud
to
was
say-
Kyrie got traded.
Y'all still them boys? I'm gonna say it
That's crazy.
right now.
That's
No disrespect to
outrageous.
Trayvon Diggs. You know, obviously I don't wish injuries on anybody. That sucks.
Apparently you do.
But it's the Cowboys.
They
You
should-
should feel this way.
They still have Michael. You know, I mean, yeah, but like you never want anyone to get hurt.
Yeah,
You know.
yeah. No, I'm not saying I want anyone to get hurt.
Well, I also
course.
did just lose my running back, so
Yeah.
I'm not gonna sit here and act like my team's, not injured when our best lineman is out again.
We lost.
Who's
We
gonna
lost a couple
guard
people,
Nick
too.
Bosa? Who's going to stop Nick Bosa?
This
Nobody.
is very unfortunate.
Nobody.
I thought he was.
Then I literally also saw a highlight reel today on TikTok of Jason Kelsey, and he absolutely bodied Dexter Lawrence, and it made me so mad. Because he did Sexy Dexy dirty.
What?
No, so I was saying that, like, I was already, like, I'm already mad because knowing that today Andrew Thomas is out again, we don't have our best lineman, offensive lineman.
I'm sorry. All I heard was sexy Dexy, so I was just like, "What
And
are you
then-
talking about?"
Yeah, so then I'm already mad that he's not going to be there, so no one's going to stop Nick Bosa. And then
No one was gonna stop him anyways.
Yeah, but Andrew Thomas could have at least done something. Now he literally can't.
Mm-hmm.
Daniel Jones might get sacked 10 times in the first 3
he
drives.
Might die.
He might honestly break something,
Mm-hmm.
which I'll get into it right now about that. And then I go on TikTok as I'm like, all right, whatever, like we're gonna lose. Then I just see Jason Kelce highlight reel, and I'm like, oh, I love Jason Kelce. Let me watch it. And then there's a clip where he absolutely demolished Dexter Lawrence, and I was like, bruh, how you gonna do sexy Dexy like that?
Mm.
And I was just like, bro, like can this day get any like worse for as a Giants fan? Yeah.
I'm so sorry for you.
Yeah. But speaking of, people getting hurt, did you see Nick Chubb? Obviously, we don't have to get too into that. But
did you see the play?
I didn't watch it live because I was watching. I was watching your game. I was watching your team play.
Yeah.
But I didn't hear it.
Now that I actually that's the kind of injury that they're talking about having 2 surgeries or at least more than one.
Well, he injured the same leg before, like he destroyed when he was at Georgia.
That's a career-altering injury, and that sucks honestly because he's such a special running back and he's so good, and not only did that so I'm not gonna say kill the Browns season, it severely hurt their season. That killed so many people's fantasy teams. They rely on him. Mm-hmm. Not that that's the biggest focus. That's just all that I can think about. But, no, prayers up for him, honestly. Bro, I hope he recovers well. Because
have you seen the last 3 Monday nights?
Yeah, it's cursed. Bad. Really bad. Last year was the primetime games sucking, and now it's the primetime games causing injuries and they suck.
Yeah, they were not good. Then DeMar Hamlin literally stops breathing. Mm-hmm. Aaron Rodgers tears his Achilles, and now Nick Chubb's knee bends backwards.
Leg is done.
Bends the wrong way.
Yeah.
So,
did you see I forgot the name of the player that hit him that way? He said he hopes for quick recovery, but he doesn't regret the way that he went in for the tackle. Which honestly, I can't. I mean, these things happen in football, and it's obviously they're not intentional. You think Tyler Boyd didn't feel awful about hitting DeMar Hamlin and him dying?
100%.
Of course, but that's
he kept saying it was his fault, but his was a 1 in a million chance because it's
literally
there's a specific way that if you hit your chest
mm-hmm.
at a specific angle and at a specific time, it will catch your heart on a part where it's not beating and it will stop it.
Yeah.
He hit him at the exact perfect time.
And that's a
it's a one
second,
it's a 1 in a billion, 1 in a trillion, something like that they were saying, chance that it can happen again to him.
So that's
which
not
is
even,
and
Tyler
felt
that's not his fault.
Yeah, Tyler Boyd felt like he was the worst person on earth because
mm-hmm.
he was the one that hit him essentially.
Yeah, and I feel to the point of he obviously didn't intend to hurt Nick Chubb and break his leg or whatever. He just went in for a routine tackle in football.
Just
I watched the play. It didn't seem
you just don't say that because it makes you sound like you actually meant to hurt him.
Yeah, I think if you had silence probably would have been better in this key. Because even if people are hating on you, be like, "Oh, this was dirty." You can be like, "Hey, you can say, "Hey, I'm sorry." That wasn't dirty. I'm just going in for a tackle. But it's just
same thing happened in Colorado.
If you go out and say, "I don't regret the way I hit him," then it makes it sound like it's I get what you mean. The Colorado hit too on Travis Hunter. That was dirty.
It was
dirty.
Yeah.
I watched that happen live. The play was way over. The ball was out of bounds. And bro came in from the side, dodged his teammate just to lay that hit on Travis Hunter.
Yeah.
And you could tell by the way he walked away that he was looking around he absolutely knew what he was doing.
No, the hit was dirty, 100%. But,
if the timing was different and the ball had just got there and he got hit, routine hit. But the ball was already gone.
I agree.
And then the fact that they were defending him, respect to Travis Hunter for handling it like an adult and being like, "Hey man, things happen in football." You see, he went on a stream saying that,
mm-hmm.
and just to move on from it. And obviously, I don't think that player's family receiving death threats and stuff. That's insane. That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
But let's be honest with what we saw here.
No, it's a dirty hit, and they never said it wasn't. They never said it wasn't.
Yeah.
They're just saying that there's no reason for this kid to literally,
I know tensions run high and rivalries, and they have all the media talk, but that was just unnecessary,
It's not it's not like neither one of them were, were keeping it cool. There's videos of Travis, talking,
mm-hmm.
Smack to them as well pregame. Bro, who are you? Not to this player specifically, but to the team. And then it was you knew something was gonna happen, but you gotta look at Shedeur literally poking someone in the eye 20 minutes before.
Yeah.
Literally sticking his hand in his helmet and
mm-hmm.
poking him in the eye, and nothing happens because he plays for Colorado, not Colorado State.
Yeah.
But then it's the same thing. Yeah, well, it was a dirty hit. Yeah, whatever. The little scuffle that they had, that's fine. But I don't think that this kid should be worried to go to Chipotle or McDonald's for any reason because he's scared that someone's gonna do something to him. So that's just where I'm like, okay, you crossed the line a little bit.
Yeah.
But
so my friend who's a Cowboys fan, I sent that to the group chat, and he said all he sent was a picture of him. You can do the music on Instagram. Something in the Way by Nirvana. That was in the Batman list.
Mm-hmm.
It was just him listening to that, with a sad face on, and I was just like, hey man, things happen. But
hey,
anyways, we can move on from that. That was just the last time something like that happened was Kyrie, and that threw me for a loop. As you can go back and see on the video. Yeah. I don't know. 2 weeks in, I just loved. Before I get into my Saints rant, let me just say there was 7 teams left that were undefeated, and seeing 3 NFC South teams on there made me happy. That's all I'm saying. Not saying it's gonna stay like that, but the fact that the NFC East and the NFC South were the top divisions.
Jordan
so
Love
far.
sold though. Jordan Love sold that flip so hard.
He did. Who was it that was that Bryce Young that lined up wrong?
Bryce Young lined up wrong behind the right guard.
And his running back had to push him over.
But Jordan Love messed up the snap count on a quarterback sneak.
Is he the one that just fell over
because he messed up the snap count? He expected the ball to be there and then to move, and it never did. He messed up the snap count.
That's what I didn't know the context behind that clip.
Yeah,
I just saw it and I was like, what is he doing? What's going on? How did he just fall? But that makes sense.
Yeah, he messed up the snap count himself, which is kind of funny because you're the quarterback. But
but it's not. I told people, if people who paid attention in the offseason knew that our division wasn't going to be as bad as it was last year, and then that obviously the NFC East is going to be strong. It's just different teams that are stronger now. It's not over. It's only 2 weeks in, but you know what I mean. The Commanders are playing really well.
Yeah,
the fact that they're 2-0 is crazy.
Yeah, I was gonna say I was gonna say the Cowboys are pretty legit.
Of course.
No.
They always are legit every year in the regular season.
No. Not like how we said. No, they legit look good. Dak Prescott is not making stupid throws, which he already would have done. Mm-hmm. He's looking really good. The defense is scary.
It is, but I'll believe it when I see it.
I'm not saying a Super Bowl either, Jacob. I'm just saying that this isn't the regular Cowboys go to the first round. I think there's actually which I know I'm saying it. I know I'm saying it.
Every year we say this. Every year we say but this year they're legit. They're serious. They're looking good.
I'm not saying.
I didn't even say first round. I said they'll lose in the playoffs. I didn't say when. I could say second round.
Yeah, but we know what you meant.
I didn't mean first round. I said second round or maybe the championship. Maybe even they're making it there.
I think championship.
They could. I don't think they're beating San Francisco.
No, that's why I think they lose in the championship. But I think they will win the division over the Eagles. The Eagles do not look the same as last year so far.
Yeah.
DeAndre Swift carried them against the Vikings because, they had the 2 bombs to what do you call this, to Devontae Smith.
They had a couple to A.J. Brown that got called back too.
The touchdown. They had a touchdown called back.
Yeah. I know. I had A.J. Brown on my fantasy team. He gave me 6.9 points after that touchdown was called back. So that was annoying.
He would have given you, 17?
Yeah. Something like that. And I lost that game.
It sucks to suck, but yeah.
Anyways, no, I completely agree with you. I think
they look different, man.
They lost.
CeeDee Lamb looks crazy right now.
Yeah, he does.
CeeDee Lamb looks crazy.
But again, I'm right here.
I'm not saying they're going to the Super Bowl, but I think they're going to be scared.
I'm not saying they're a bad team. They're obviously a top 2 team in the league. I'm just saying
they're a team you have to watch now, which is kind of.
We've always been watching.
Sucks.
We can't get away from them.
Well, that's just because everyone, they're America's team. But.
Now I want to talk about my team.
Okay, go ahead.
What are we doing?
You want me to sit back and?
No, I'm cautious. I know we're 2-0 and it feels good. First time we've been 2-0 in the past
30 years. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
10 years. 10 years. First time we started 2-0, which is surprising because we've had good teams very recently. I guess we just started 1-1 and then went to 5-1. I just think because I was talking with I feel bad I don't remember his name. He hates Derek Carr. He knows you. Beard. He was in here. Anyways, he's my classmate. We were
Cole.
Cole, that's his name. We were just talking, and like even he acknowledged, because he's a Bucks fan. The Bucks are Baker Mayfield playing really well right now. I don't know what's
Get your weight up, little boy.
But
get your weight up.
Honestly, like good for them. I just think we have every single piece we need. We just aren't clicking quite yet, and I think we'll start clicking hopefully in like week 4 when Alvin Kamara comes back and we really have like all the potential. It's just that with our defense is top 5. Statistically, we're playing so well, and we were top 5 last year too. But it won't win us games. Like the way our offense is playing, I know you say you watched the Monday night game, right?
Yeah.
The way our offense is playing, we're too cautious. We don't take any risks. Like we'll take the occasional downfield shot only because Carr is telling one of our receivers to go downfield. But I'm sure you remember me saying this before. Pete Carmichael is horrible. Our offensive coordinator. Yeah. He's got to go. Because our receivers are some of the most versatile receivers in the league. They can do a little bit of everything. They're fast. They're quick. They can run the short route. They can burn corners on the deep route. We just don't have any creativity offensively. And obviously not having Kamara is hurting us. And now Jamal Williams is down. Kendre Miller got hurt in the preseason. Now we're turning to, I think, Troy Jones Jr., I think was his name, who he scored 2 touchdowns for us.
He scored 2 tutties. First 2 touchdowns. Well, you just drafted him.
Yeah,
I know. Just got drafted. So.
Like, I just feel like we're so close. Like, we're on the precipice of being a really great team, but we're not utilizing everyone like we could be. So I'm taking that 2-0. Like, a win is a win at the end of the day. But it's like if we want to get to where I think we can be, we have got to play better. We got to clean up so many things. We can't let our defense continue to carry us the way they have. Like, we have an offense there. It's just we got to put it together. So I'm happy, but I just know between injuries always hitting us and just our luck being bad, I'm not being like, oh, we're like legit going crazy right now. You know what I mean? If we get to 3-0, like maybe 4-1, then I'll start to believe. But until I see that offense improve, I'm not feeling like we can go anywhere, you know, especially in our division. Because like I said, 3 out of our 4 teams are 2-0, so we're still fighting for that spot. And yeah, we beat the Panthers, which is good for division play. But at the end of the day, like, we're not playing the rest of them till like later in the season. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. That was it. That was all I had to say about them.
You just had a little spiel you had to go on.
Mm-hmm.
No, I mean, yeah, I watched the Monday night game. Defense got a little lackluster at the end.
It did. We should have won that 20-9 for sure.
Yeah.
The moment we let up, they went on a good drive, and we started to fold.
But I think Derek Carr is just trying to get, used to it.
Yeah.
You go through OTAs and you go through preseason, but it's not the same.
Mm-hmm.
It's not the Raider system that he's used to already. It's, new system, new coaches, new teammates, new everything. So I think he just has to get a little used to it. They kind of know what Michael Thomas does on a regular basis, and they kind of know what Chris Olave can do now, which, you have Michael Thomas for more your short routes and Chris Olave more for your long routes.
But Rashid Shaheed falls into that deep route as well.
Yeah.
That's why he's been able to succeed, and people forget about him.
Yeah.
He's so slept on.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
And Jawan Johnson's actually he's a good tight end.
Yeah.
So it's like he has people he can throw to.
And you have Taysom Hill that can do.
Is literally
he averaged 8 yards a carry.
A cheat code.
That game.
He's literally a cheat code.
Yes, he is. And then when Kamara comes back,
the brother can throw the ball 40 yards too, like nothing.
Yeah.
Can catch a ball and can run the. No.
But you see what I'm saying, though? We have everything we need there, and it's like we could be so great.
Yeah.
We'll see. I'm still taking my team through and through. Like I said, our schedule's not crazy, but patience can be hard sometimes. You know what I mean?
No, yeah, I get you. But I definitely know that.
Yeah.
60-0 in the first 5 quarters. But yeah, no, I think football this week. I think I honestly feel like I sound like a broken record, say this every week, but end of the day, football's football and it's back. So you can't believe
it's about to be week 3 already.
Yeah, it's already week 3. College is going into week 4.
Yeah.
So speaking of that, I want to talk about that a little bit. Are you gonna be watching that Colorado Oregon game?
What time is it? I'll see if I can. I'll try to. I usually tend to forget about football on Saturdays because I never really watch college that much. I'll try to tune in if I can.
Yeah,
I just don't want to see them get demolished.
That is true. But missing Travis Hunter.
Yeah, missing Travis Hunter and going against Oregon, just bad timing for both of those things. Because they're playing like Oregon and they're playing someone tough next week as well.
Yeah, they play USC. They play the number one.
Oh, they
pick.
play Caleb Williams in USC. So you see what I mean? Like, if somehow they end up winning one of those 2 games,
they're legit. You have to consider them legit. A legit
people
threat.
are saying we're watching. Remember the Titans 2.0 right now?
Yeah, with Dion.
With Dion. I thought that was pretty funny. And they also said, like, we need to get the Last Dance documentary crew on the Olympics next year for the NBA too.
Yeah,
so
yeah. If we get that team, but no, yeah. I mean, shout out my boys down there. Should go 4-0 this week. We play Temple.
Yeah. You see what Tom Brady said about Shador?
Yeah, get off the Rolls Royce and get in the film room.
Yeah, he said get in the film room more than he's spending in that car. He's right.
He's been mentoring him since he was in high school. People don't know that.
I didn't know that at all.
Yeah, he's signed to TB12.
For real?
Yeah.
I also didn't know that Coach Prime was coaching in high school too.
Yeah, he coached Shador.
I didn't know he coached Shador in high school either. That was cool.
Yeah.
So he's been with him every step of the way.
Mm-hmm.
But no, he's for real. Tom Brady as your mentor. Can you imagine having that connection since as a high schooler? That's the GOAT we're talking about.
A quarterback too, bro. You ain't. And his son, like Shiloh, was a quarterback in high school.
Shiloh was a quarterback too.
Yeah, but Shador was coming up, and he was like,
"Is Shiloh older?"
Yeah.
I thought Shador was older.
No, Shiloh's a senior. So he was like, I think he's a redshirt senior. So he was like, look. I can get you. He's like, I can get you a bunch of offers playing corner. I'll just teach you how to play corner. Your dad one of the best corners, and he's like, I could teach you to play corner. What? Like, bro became a demon.
Yeah,
and
now
then
he's good.
And then he was like, yeah. Then he goes, when I went to South Carolina, they kind of had DBs already, so they just put me in safety. I learned how to play safety there when he went to USC, which is kind of crazy.
Yeah.
That. Oh, yeah, I'll just teach you to play corner real quick. I'll just teach you.
It worked.
Like,
it worked.
Bro, of course it worked. We're talking about one of the best to line up on that side of the ball. As your father.
They must have had so much fun as kids, bro. He must have been. The fact that he ranks his kids is hilarious to me.
Shiloh number 1.
But he addresses a real thing. He said, "You guys act like you love all your kids the same." He said, "You don't. You're just lying."
He goes, "You just don't got the balls
to say it."
I was like, bro, that's so true. I was like, because my dad doesn't say it, but I know damn well. I know damn well I'm number 1. That's a fact.
Wait, how many siblings do you have?
Okay, so I have 4.
Uh-huh.
Oh no, 3. I can't count.
Oh,
We're
yeah,
4. We're 4. We're 4. I can't count.
But you said you think you're
100%. Don't care. I'm above his daughter. 100%. I don't care if he says no baby girl stuff. I'm number 1. I'm the youngest.
You see, I think it was Dion Jr. that was still at the top of the list. I think.
Yeah, because he's.
Yeah, they were like, everyone was like, of course it's Dion Jr. because he has his name.
He has his name. Yeah, that's why.
Is he playing football too?
No, I don't think so. I think he's just the one that be recording everything. He's the one that be having the camera on 24/7. But Shiloh has the best impression. That's why he drops all the way down because he makes fun of him. He makes fun of him.
Yeah, no, that whole thing was hilarious. But I think I mean, it's still the 4-team playoff format. I thought they extended that to 12.
It starts next year.
But that's next year.
It starts next year.
So it's already a successful season at the end of the day because they were 1-11 last year. Now they're 2-0. That's more wins than last year. That's straight up success. Seeing like they could only go up 3-0. Sorry, 3-0. Yeah, even more. Yeah. You see what I mean? Like they can only go up from here. I forgot college football was already into.
They played the week before.
Yeah.
They beat TCU, then they beat
Then
they beat Utah.
Mm-hmm.
Then they beat Colorado State. And now they start Pac-12 to Saturday.
I'm sure you've been on Instagram, but people are calling
technically tomorrow. Smart.
People are calling Bleacher Report like Prime Report and like
of course same
Sports
thing.
Center like
it's the same thing.
Coach Prime Center. They were like, man, y'all finally got it. Someone else knew than LeBron to post, huh? I'm just like, I mean, they're not wrong, but
yeah.
What can you do? Not post about like everything that's going on? It's too crazy to not mention.
Mm-hmm. That's the problem, but
like you're gonna get tired of it, but it's the biggest news, and that's their job to report the biggest news.
Exactly.
So, I don't know.
You know what else is pretty big news?
What?
Well, maybe not to you, but to me it was. The fact that Shohei Ohtani left this team. I know you love my transition.
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
I know you love him. I'm way too good at that.
I knew immediately where I was like, he's going into baseball. I'll let you get your little.
Oh, okay, my fault. My fault, bro. My fault. I let you talk about the Saints.
No, I'm just playing. You go.
You talked about basketball. No,
I felt bad. No, I can talk about baseball too. I feel bad for Shohei and his injury because he's not going to get the bag that he could have anymore.
Okay, Stephen A. He's not going to be able to pitch next season, but he's going to be hitting, which is what he did in 2019. Whatever. He's still going to come back and be able to pitch. Yeah, this is his second time having Tommy John, but
2 Tommy John surgeries.
But leaving the team is crazy.
Yeah.
Like, I've never heard of that. Like, the last person I know that did that was Yoenis Cespedes, and he's not in the league no more.
But he's not Shohei.
No, he was just a Cuban that could hit a bunch of home runs and had a cannon for an arm. And then said, oh, yeah, I come back after his injuries, which actually he got injured off the baseball field at a farm. Yeah, he has a farm. And I'm pretty sure, if I'm not mistaken, he fell off his horse. And he, hurt his ankle or something like that. If I'm not mistaken, don't quote me on that. And then he came back, played the COVID year, and then just didn't show up to a game one time. And they were like, yo, where he at? And his locker was clean, and they went to his apartment. He wasn't there. He just left.
He just disappeared?
Left
Dang,
New York.
Just, all right, I'm done.
Just left New York. Hey, the Mets are going to Met.
Yeah.
And then I can't say that. They just beat the Marlins 2 out of 3 games.
I mean, yeah, they're going to Met.
Okay. But, okay. Took me a little while.
Took you a second.
That's the last time I saw someone, leave the team. This man just left the Angels. He ain't going back.
He should have been left the Angels, honestly.
Well, yes, but he was never offered. He was under contract.
Yeah, I know. But it's like you have 2 of the best players in the MLB, and you're still trash.
Yeah, well, one of them can't stay healthy, period.
Yeah.
No offense. Mike Trout's still, one of the greatest players I've ever seen with my own 2 eyes, but he's still hurt, gets hurt every year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's going to be something of, if he comes back, where's Shohei going to go? Who's going to offer him money? Which one is he going to take? Yeah, that's going to be it's everyone saying, oh, he's going to now play for the real LA team. Bro, first of all, if the Dodgers pull that off, they are the richest team in the history of sports. Mm-hmm. There's no way in God's green earth that they can pay Freddie Freeman $200 million. They could pay Mookie Betts $350 million. And then Shohei $400 million. There's no way. We're racking up $900 million. We're racking up $100. We're racking up $1 billion right there. I almost said $100 million.
We're not math majors, so you know.
Shout out Carl for that one.
Do you think he's still gonna get $400 million? Really?
Depends. I saw.
I think he'll still get a good contract. But I don't know if he'll get.
I saw this video where. Shout out Curtis Granderson. It was the best thing I've ever seen. It was at a red carpet event, I think, or something like that. And he mentioned that he thinks Shohei is going to be the first player to get this amount of money that we're signing these players for the 10 years. You know, Bryce Harper's 330, 13 year. Mookie Betts 350 for 12. He's going to get that 300 for 5 years.
Was that before the injury?
Yeah, this was in July.
Mm-hmm.
But it low-key makes sense. He might be the first one that signs a smaller not a 10-year, a 7-year or a 6-year, but makes the same amount that they will, the $310 million, just in 6
that made more sense
years.
In July. Now I just feel
now it's a little.
It's 2 Tommy John surgeries, and yes, he's still gonna be a phenomenal player, but teams have to assess that injury factor. You know?
But the thing is,
how old is he?
He's not that old.
I know he's pretty young.
He might be 30 something. I don't know.
Really? I thought he was still in 20s.
He might be 20. I don't know.
Because if he's 30, then it starts to be
He was born in 94, so he's 29.
Okay. 29.
But
young enough.
Well, the thing is, baseball you can play until you're 40 if you stay healthy.
Mm-hmm.
The problem, this is where I gotta put into perspective for you. Yeah, he had you're not gonna pay him that much because of Tommy John, but he's not a pitcher that isn't gonna pitch for a year. He's still gonna hit next year.
Mm-hmm.
You still have him in the lineup. You just don't have him pitching. You know what I'm saying? You have him here, but you don't have him over here. But when he's healthy, he can be here together. You know, he does the same things together. So it's you have all these players making $300 million, Like, I hate to use this, but Bryce Harper is a perfect example. Bryce Harper had Tommy John. He's an outfielder, but he hurt that. He tore that muscle. He had to get Tommy John. He came back at a faster rate than anyone's ever seen because he started hitting like he was back before anybody, but he only hit. He couldn't throw. And he lost power because of the surgery. Like, he hasn't hit, like, he's just not hitting like 30-something home runs like he normally can because he lost power. Mm-hmm. Whereas now he's playing first base because it's the position you have to throw the least. Mm-hmm. Like, he's not going to play outfield again until next year possibly. So he still this whole year has to wait the entire year until come back in spring. He might be back in right field. Shohei can come back next year. Shohei is a pitcher, but Shohei in Japan played outfield.
Oh.
He played outfield when he wasn't pitching. Mm-hmm. So, like, he'd play outfield, like, for example, like, let's say they played Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. He played outfield and hit, like, whatever he was hitting. And then, like, let's say day off was Thursday, then Friday he was pitching. And then Saturday was playing outfield. Mm-hmm. Or they'd probably sit him down to rest his arm, and then he's back in the outfield the day after.
Yeah.
So it's like he can still do something else. If you just say, we don't want you to pitch because you've been here twice already and we want to keep you for longer, and he decides to go with that, he could go back to right field or wherever. Like, yeah, he used to play right field. He could go back to right field and play that. Or you could teach him to play first if you really need a first baseman. So it's like there's so many factors with him. That's the thing with him is you can do so much with him that you can't do with anyone else. Yeah. Because at the end of the day, he comes back healthy, he can still pitch. You can't teach someone else to pitch. It's hard to pitch at this level. Mm-hmm. It takes training. He can come back and just pitch because that's what he does. But he can also hit a ball 500 feet. Yeah. Pitchers can't hit balls 500 feet. Mm-hmm. And guys who can hit balls 500 feet can't throw a strike at 101 miles an hour.
Do you think his numbers will go up since he's just focusing on hitting? And won't be as, like, fatigued or whatever?
Maybe, but he's going to, his home runs will go down. Yeah. Probably a little bit. Mm-hmm. Like, he's not going to hit as much as he was hitting this year where he was leading the league at a certain point. But he still hit 300 this year, which is 304, which is really good. So, he's still going to be good.
No, you're right. I didn't think about it.
He's still going to be good.
I didn't think about it that way. That's the thing
with him.
Point.
But I don't know, man. We're just going to have to wait and see. I mean, me personally, I'd offer him a contract. I'm not offering him a $500 million. Me, if I was a GM for a team, let's say like I was a GM for like, I don't know, Texas Rangers or something. With the team you have right now, you have two players on big contracts. I'm offering him $325 for 7. I think that's a decent contract for Shohei. But if you go longer, if you want to give him a 10-year, then you're looking at like $450. If you want to give him that long contract. But I think a contract he was signed right now, 6 for $300 or 7 for $325. That's what I would offer him. If you have the facilities for that. Because, like, for example, Tampa Bay, the Marlins won't have that amount of money. You never know. It could happen.
So are you saying
it could happen if the Marlins sign him? It could happen. I made a project. He signed a 10-year, $500 million contract with the Marlins, and I broke the news.
My friends are Commanders fans, and they have the nerve to talk trash. I'm sorry. I check messages. No, but I think do you think he'll pitch like the same when he comes back? Because I feel like 2 of that. You think really? Okay.
Some pitchers have had Tommy John and come back and throw harder. Like
that's
like it could happen, bro. He could. That's the thing. He could and he couldn't. It depends how your body reacts to the treatment and the year off and the therapy and all that. Just depends how your body treats.
Wasn't his back like tweaking too? Because I know that he would like no. I swear I saw like he would either hit or throw and he would like clutch. It's probably minor stuff.
I don't think he was that messed up. There's people that like Jazz Chisholm had his back messed up earlier this year, but now he's back. Thankfully, took him a while.
Now he's back. Nice.
You can't be a team star player and not play. Mm-hmm. Like it doesn't work, especially when the team feeds off your energy. When you're the most energetic, you're the swaggiest player like out there. You do all this stuff that energizes the team and makes them win. You know, and the Marlins need them, especially now. We're half a game back. They need to win. They need to make the wild card. Actually, they don't, but it would just be nice.
And do they need to win like out to make the? How many games are left?
They end next weekend. Baseball ends next weekend.
Yeah.
Ends on the 1st.
Dang, it's about to be October. Can you believe that?
Ends on the 1st. It's the 21st night of September. I saw you.
I know.
Instagram thing and like 7 other people.
It's so funny. I saw that, and then I looked at the ones next to mine, and it
they're
was
all
just
the
like,
same.
oh, fine, yeah.
Yeah. I was like, oh, wow. Shocker. Everyone's so original.
I didn't even realize it till I was watching breakfast. I was having breakfast in the cafe, and the news was on right next to it. And they said now playing September, Earth, Wind, and Fire, and I was like, oh, that's today.
Yeah.
So I immediately went to Instagram, and I was like, yep.
Instantly was like,
yep.
Yeah, tonight's the night. Yeah, so it ends not like this weekend, next weekend, October 1st.
Now that song's gonna be stuck in my head.
October 1st it ends, or whatever that Sunday is.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it just depends. I mean, we beat the Braves. We swept the Braves, which was
really
great. I didn't think it was gonna happen. 36 runs on the Braves. I was on cloud 9. I was on cloud 9 every day. And we put up all these runs, and I was like, oh my god. But yeah, baseball's about to hit the prime time, baby. Playoff baseball.
Should be fun to watch.
Should be fun to watch.
How does the how many teams make it in?
6 per league.
And there's 4 leagues?
There's 2 leagues.
Oh,
there's
yeah.
a National League and American
There's divisions.
League. There's 3 divisions in each league.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's 3. They changed the rule now. Like they changed the format now. So a team for each division makes it.
Mm-hmm.
But the 2 divisions that have the highest record advance. Like they get a bye week. And then like in the National League is the best one. The Central Division is the worst division, just like in the American League.
Mm-hmm.
That division has to play a wild card team. But they'll play the second wild card team.
You kind of lost me.
Yeah, it's really weird. And then the first wild card team will play the third wild card team. So then they play whoever wins there. Whoever plays between first and third in the wild card plays the better team. Like whoever had the better record, which in this case is the Braves. And then whoever wins between the Central Division winner and the second wild card plays the Dodgers, because they're the ones that are going to take it. There's no changing that. So they changed the rule. It's like a little confusing, but once you understand the breakdown, then you'll be like, oh, okay.
What was it before?
It used to be all 3 teams qualified automatically. The best team with the best record got a bye, and then there was a wild card. And they played a game.
I feel like that's simpler. Did they change it to more of like a?
They added more teams into the playoffs.
Oh, okay.
They added more teams.
Yeah.
Because now 3 wild card teams make it. It used to be 2 wild cards.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, that definitely changes like the whole format. But should be fun. Do you think it's better or worse for playoff? Oh, do you think it matters that much?
So like before it used to be like the team gets 1 bye. The number 1 team gets a bye. 2 and 3 are waiting. Central and West or whoever was, right? Whichever divisions were worse, waiting. Then they play the 2 wild card teams, right? They just got to see who makes the wild card. They play each other. And then whoever wins, then advances. Like then it was like so on and so forth. Now it's like 6 teams, so 2 teams get a bye now, and then 4 play, and then pause. 4 teams play each other.
I wasn't gonna see. I heard it, and I was just gonna move on until you just.
Did you hear me stumble on it when I said it? Yeah, and then it's just like now it's they play, then them, then it goes on. It just made it longer. More teams get a chance, I guess. But I had to really break it down to my dad to the basics because he wasn't understanding it. But I got it in his brain, so I know I can break it down for anybody. No, I definitely
tell that you.
Yeah, I had to read it though. I didn't understand. I was like, "Why does this not make sense?" And I was like, "Oh, okay, I get it now." But yeah, now we just gotta see. Hope they win. Hope the Giants win.
Hope the Giants win. I'm taking the Saints versus Packers. Jordan Love, he looked really good first game. I think you guys got it though. I think our defense is enough to sign. I think Derek Carr will put it together. But other than that, the Commanders are gonna get smacked by the Bills. Sam Howell's not Josh
Hopefully.
Allen. They're going to. I need it to happen because I'm in an argument with my group chat right now. So I need it to happen. Josh Allen, you better do your thing. We know what you can do. Do it. Thank you. Anyways, dang, the Cowboys play the Cardinals. They're about to go 3-0, and we're just gonna hear it nonstop. That's not even. Anyways, it'll be a good weekend. A good weekend for football.
Yeah.
Like it always is.
Always is because football's back, baby.
Love it.
Yeah, but we'll be back next week. Hopefully, I'm not crying, and you're not crying either, because our team's won. But yeah, this has been.
If you guys lose, sorry, real quick before we wrap this up, if you lose by like 3 points,
I'm more than happy.
I'm about to say that's got to be like positive.
Smile from ear to ear, baby.
All right,
100%.
Just wanted to make that clear.
If we lose by a touchdown or less, I'm happy.
I'm glad I cleared that up because I'm like, that's especially against San Francisco.
Mm-hmm.
That's a win.
A win is a win.
The win
even though it's an L in the scorebook, a win is a win.
Yeah.
So,
just don't lose by 40 again. That's,
no, please.
I think that's the goal for the rest of the season.
I think the goal for the rest of the season, I think, like, the goal for this game should be lose by less than 20.
Yeah.
Less than 20.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going for it.
You never know.
That's realistic. That's a realistic goal.
It's a short week for them. They could be tired, weary without Ayuk. Hopefully not, but you never know.
We had a short week too. We didn't even go back to New Jersey. They stayed over there. Did you know that?
No, I didn't.
Oh yeah, they stayed over there.
Never mind. I was trying to help.
They stayed over there. No, it made sense. There's no reason why we would go back.
That's just more time traveling.
Yeah, you Monday to then practice Tuesday to then travel Wednesday. No, there's no point.
Yeah.
There's no point. So they just stayed over there. Made sense. Since it's 2 West Coast games, so made sense.
We'll be back with more rants about our teams next week.
Yep, but this has been episode 4 of season 2 of the Players Club podcast, and we'll be back next week. Hasta luego.